Hey there folks, and welcome to another Homebrew Wednesday. It's been a little while, but I'm starting to run low on beer. Over my wine rack over there, you should be able to see that I have only a meager 4 bottles of mead, 1 bottle of wine, and about 16 bottles of beer left. So at this point it's time to think about putting on a new brew. So for that purpose, the Stout, the one I bought the same time as I got the English bitter, so I'm going to be making that later tonight. I'm unfortunately not going to be filming that. I'm just pressed for time and I just want to get it done quickly and ready. But for this, because it's most important for a kit and kilo, as last time I pointed out, I put a little bit too little sugar into it. So this time I'm going to be making some interesting experimentation with some spray malt dark. That's 500 grams of that. Some dark brown muscovado sugar, which is apparently molasses based, so works for me. And 200 grams of the basic dextrose. So that's all going to get popped in. I did toy with the idea of getting some lactose and making a milk stout, but I thought, you know, it's probably best to actually just see what the actual stout comes out like, and just on its own, just to test whether or not it actually really needs it, because stouts, they don't need to be that sweet. I mean, it's not your, you know, I'm not really looking for a sweetheart stout type of thing out of this. I'm probably looking for more something to kind of a Caffrey's Guinness kind of that idea, that kind of dark stout. But we'll see how it goes. If I fancy it, maybe next time I'll try that, get some lactose, and just we'll see what we can do. But yeah, so I'm going to get fired onto that tonight. I'm also going to throw in a licorice root, because I had one lying around. Licorice root being the stick from which we get licorice, and licorice, not licorice, because people of the UK, we say it licorice. That's how it's pronounced. It's Americans who say licorice. So don't let me catch any of you people who are from Britain saying it American style, because that's for them, that's for us. And I'm allowed to be pedantic about these things. But no offense to anyone. But yeah, so I'm going to throw that in as well. I'll be putting that in the oven for a good 15 minutes at about 100 degrees just to sterilise it, because it's a stick. So, you know, you want to sterilise these things first. Also a good idea sometimes if you're actually making a kind of a light beer and you want to add kind of depth of flavour, you can actually put in wood chips and do the same thing. Just buy some oak wood chips. If you really want a nice one, see if you can get actual pieces of an old barrel. Like a beer barrel, well, not beer barrel, sorry, a port barrel or sherry barrel, or a whiskey barrel, which is effectively what they ever do. If you've ever had an innocent gun, they don't store it in whiskey barrels. They say they store it in whiskey barrels. They don't. They smash up barrels, and they throw the bits of wood into the, into the chambers while it's fermenting, because it's far less effort than actually putting it in individual barrels and then having to take it out again and risk, in further infections. So yeah, so you can do that. I'm not doing that this time. I may think about that later down the line. But yeah, that's really all I've got to go with tonight. As I said, I'm gonna literally in about 2 minutes head off and start making this beer, because obviously it's going to take it about 3-4 weeks before it's actually bottleable, and then it's going to take a little bit longer before I can drink it. So I'd really like to get it on the go. But yeah, it's just been a little short one this week. I'm quite enjoying this format, this little talking heads format version. It's obviously much easier for me because I'm just filming in one go, and then afterwards I can edit it up. Sorry, no, I'm not editing it up, so actually it's much quicker rather than filming it separately. Obviously the quality's not quite as good, being this is the laptop's little camera here. But no, if you have any feelings either way, drop us a comment. Remember, thumbs up, subscribe, all the usual. But yeah, other than that, happy Homebrew Wednesday, folks. Hope you're having a good one. Cheers.